You make a choice. It feels right now, but like a domino, it knocks over the next 10. Second-order thinking sees those hidden tiles. Most people stop at the first bright light. They ignore the shadows behind it. Second-order thinking turns on a second lamp, revealing the room. Quick wins can be traps. Candy today, cavities tomorrow. A chess player looks 2 moves ahead. That's second-order thinking in plain sight. Imagine tossing a stone into a pond. The first splash is loud, but the ripples break the shore. Are you tracking the ripples? We'll map the maze, find the exits, and avoid obvious mistakes. Simple tools, sharp thinking. Stay with me. The walls are moving. The universal problem. First-order thinking only asks, what happens now? It ignores what happens next. That's how smart people blow easy games. Second-order thinking asks, and then what? It stretches time like a rubber band, revealing future tension before it snaps your fingers. We'll build a simple toolkit: lenses, ladders, and levers. Lenses to see, ladders to climb perspective, levers to move better outcomes. If your plan wins today but weakens tomorrow, is it a win at all? That's the uncomfortable mirror we'll hold up. By the end, you'll see chains, not dots. Cause effect, third effect, and the silent fourth. This is how we stop obvious mistakes. First idea, extend the timeline. Ask what happens in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years. Time is a quiet judge, not a cheerleader. Second idea, count the dominoes, not just the first one. Each falls into a new trade-off. Some cascades help, some bury you. Third idea, systems over snapshots. A forest isn't a tree, it's roots, soil, weather, and time. Decisions live inside systems. Fourth idea, always ask, and then what if we're wrong? One move later, where does the ball roll if gravity isn't with us? Fifth idea, incentives carve rivers. Follow the money, status, and ease. Water always finds downhill, and people do too. Map the slope. Let's push it further. Second-order thinking sees rebound effects. You fix one leak, pressure builds elsewhere. Tighten one bolt, another loosens. Shortcuts steal skill. First-order wins are sugar highs. Second-order wins are muscle. Build muscle with reps, not hacks. Strong roots survive storms. Beware obvious discounts. A cheap ladder can crack mid-climb. The second-order cost is the fall. Cheap now, expensive later. Pause here. If this choice became a habit, where would it lead in a year? Good path or cliff edge? Answer before stepping. Second-order thinking flips the script. Don't just chase goals. Design systems that make goals a side effect. Rails beat willpower. Inversion is your crowbar. Ask, how do we fail? Then avoid those bricks. Removing dumb is the fastest way to look smart. Lag effects matter. Eat late, sleep suffers tomorrow. Skip learning, opportunity dies next month. Time delays are traps for impatient minds. Feedback loops run the world. Some loops snowball, others stabilize. Recognize the loop before you pump the gas or slam the brakes. Ask the base rate. What usually happens in this class of things? Don't treat a coin like a crown, treat it like a coin. Opportunity cost is the shadow cost. Choosing one road means leaving another in darkness. Shine a flashlight on the road not taken. Decision trees beat gut flinches. Draw branches, assign rough odds, weigh outcomes. A messy pencil beats a confident blindfold. Consider reversibility. If it's reversible, move fast and learn. If irreversible, slow down, add buffers, stack proof. Door type matters. Optionality loves experiments. Many small bets create lucky breaks. Keep downside tiny, upside uncapped. Seeds, not statues. Before acting, run a pre-mortem. Assume it failed. Why? Then fix those causes up front. What breaks this bridge under real weight? Also run a pre-parade. Assume wild success. What second-order chaos follows? Crowds block exits, costs rise. Prepare gates before applause. Incentives again. Hidden stakeholders tug strings you don't see. Map who gains, who loses, and who quietly resists behind curtains. Beware Goodhart's law. When a measure becomes a target, it distorts the game. The scoreboard isn't the sport. Keep eyes on the field. Reputation compounds like interest. One careless shortcut dents the armor. Second-order thinking protects the shield, not just today's shiny sword. Context switching looks free, but costs attention. Every switch drops marbles from a jar. How many marbles can you lose before work wobbles? Buffers by safety. Add slack to schedules, cash to reserves, breath to heated moments. Space turns near misses into non-events. Second-order thinking asks who you become by repeating this act. Each repetition lays a brick. Build a cathedral, not a shack. Outsource your temper to time. A cooling-off pause turns sparks into ash. Delayed replies often save bridges you still need. Design environment. not just intentions. Put fruit within reach, distractions behind doors. The path of least resistance should lead forward. Upgrade questions. Instead of, is this right? Ask, what might this break later, and what chain reacts when success arrives? Think in distributions, not single guesses. A weather map, not a single cloud. Aim for ranges and prepare umbrellas. Use red teams. Invite a friendly critic to attack your plan. Sharp steel gets forged by stronger hammers, not praise. Guard against moral licensing. One good deed doesn't excuse a bad one. A clean room still burns if the stove is left on. Watch for externalities. Your loud win might be someone else's silence. Long-run blowback rides on the wind you create. Model bottlenecks. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Strengthen the link, or the whole system bends. Play iterated games. Treat people like you'll meet them again, because you will. Second-order trust prints dividends over decades. Let's recap this set with a sharper blade. Time horizons, domino counts, and system views. These are your 3 starting tools. Then inversion, lag effects, and feedback loops. Turn problems upside down, respect delays, and read the cycle before stepping on it. Add base rates and opportunity cost. Compare within the right class. Count what you gave up. The unseen bill arrives later. Layer in decision trees, reversibility, and optionality. When branches multiply, so does your control. What branch holds the safest fruit? Use pre-mortems and pre-parades. Prepare for failure and success. Both create pressure. Both need valves. Don't burst the pipe. Map stakeholders. Dodge Goodhart's trap and guard reputation. People remember smoke even after the flame leaves. Be the clear sky. Control context switching. Add buffers. Design environments. Friction shapes behavior. Smooth the slope toward the right hill. Think in distributions. Invite dissent and watch externalities. Don't be the bull in the glass shop. Precision over bravado. Fix bottlenecks and play long games. Reliability beats fireworks. A steady drum builds parades by itself. Breath, buffers, and better questions. These stitch everything into a habit. This is how decisions grow from sparks into steady lanterns. But we're not done. Let's go deeper into real-world arenas. Money, health, career, and relationships. Same tools, different rooms. Money first. Cutting training saves dollars today, but costs precision later. A dull axe burns more wood. Sharpening is cheaper than chopping. Debt deals shiny now, heavy later. Fees compound like barnacles under the boat. Second-order thinkers scrape the hull before sailing. Chasing hot stocks? First-order dopamine. Second-order drawdowns. What does the chart look like after the party lights go off? In health, crash diets melt numbers, but torch metabolism. The scale claps, the body cries, slow fires cook better meals. Sleep theft loans energy at loan shark rates. Interest charges hit focus, mood, and immunity. Second-order thinking pays before bedtime. Relationships, sarcasm wins the moment, loses the decade. Words are arrows, quivers empty fast. Kindness is a compounder. Career, title chasing looks rich, skill building gets rich. Skills are keys that open future doors. Titles rust, keys don't. Interview choices, like you'd hire a babysitter for your future. Would you trust this path with your years? That's the real question. Time management. Overpacking days feels heroic. Failures multiply. Buffers absorb chaos like shock absorbers. Smooth ride beats fast crash. Social media. First-order likes, second-order addiction. The bright slot machine steals focus coins. Set timers like fire breaks. Habits. Friction beats motivation. Put shoes by the door. Hide the remote. The river should flow downhill to your goals. Environment scale matters. One policy tweak shifts a crowd's behavior. Signs are weak. Architecture is strong. Move walls, not just words. Leader? Ask, what would this policy produce in a year of Tuesdays? Daily friction turns into culture. Is that culture worth living in? Talent versus luck. Second-order thinkers maximize surface area for luck. They plant more fields, not just pray for rain. Reputation acts like a lighthouse. Others steer by your beam. Keep it bright. Storms test it when eyes watch. Asymmetric bets. Small downside, big upside. Lose a match, win a forest fire of learning. Protect the tinder, not the ash. Sunk cost is quicksand. Stepping harder sinks faster. Second-order thinking reaches for a branch and pulls out early. Scarcity mindset hoards pennies, wastes hours. If time is the queen, why sacrifice her to save pawns? Flip the board. Tiny margins multiply. 1% better daily stacks like bricks into a sturdy wall. Compounding is quiet, then loud. Train your lag radar. Today's move whispers tomorrow's echo. Listen for the echo, then decide with calmer hands. Scenario planning beats wishful thinking. Map worst, likely, and best. Pack umbrellas, tools, and sunglasses. You can carry all three. Triggers matter. Decide now what flips plan B. Pre-commit like anchors. When wind rises, you don't drift blind. Think of energy like a battery. Which tasks drain fast? Which charge you? Should you rearrange your plugs? Avoid local maxima. The small hill feels safe, but the taller mountain hides behind fog. Second-order thinking dares a valley dip. Beware second-order envy. Wins that impress crowds can poison your calendar. Choose quiet wins that free your time. Use mental speed limits. Cap decisions per day. Less traffic means fewer crashes. Your mind's highway stays clear. Treat motivation as weather, systems as architecture. You don't control rain, but you can build roofs and gutters that last. Ask, who pays later? Does your shortcut bill your team, your future, or your health? Better to split the check now. Delayed yes beats fast yes. Space makes room for second-order costs to speak. Silence tells you what noise hides. Beware metric myopia. Hit the number, miss the point. A full inbox is not a clear mind, just a crowded mailbox. Read the room's incentives. Applause often guides decisions more than facts. Turn down the crowd microphone. Turn up the compass. Use checklists for complex steps. They catch second-order slips. Pilots trust lists, not memory. The sky forgives no guess. Before celebrating, ask what maintenance will this success require? Can we afford the upkeep on this castle? Shine is not free. Practice mental contrasting. Picture the goal, then list obstacles. The bridge needs supports, not just a design sketch. Watch cultural second-order effects. A tiny norm becomes a habit becomes identity. Secure the seed stage. Think flows, not stocks. Cash flow beats cash pile. Skill flow beats certificates. Rivers beat lakes in living systems. Use friction for bad habits. Make junk food heavy, apps far, sleep easy. Gates and ramps, not wishes. Ask, what if everyone did this? Scaled behavior reveals the true cost. Would society crack or strengthen? Be wary of heroics. Firefights look exciting. Prevention is boring and profitable. Quiet pipes never make headlines. Use leading indicators. Sleep hours predict focus. Practice predicts performance. Read the winds before the storm arrives. Second-order career move. Build rare, transferable skills. They travel like passports. Borders shift. Passports stay useful. When in doubt, simulate. Paper prototype the move. Sandboxes reveal where castles collapse before the tide shames you. Ask, what are we optimizing for? Today's rush, tomorrow's resilience, or long-term freedom? Which compass do you trust? Embrace small, safe failures. They teach cheaply. Big, avoidable failures send invoices you can't pay. Learn early, bleed less. Remember the second-order cost of saying yes. Every yes is a silent no to something better. Guard the gate like a lighthouse keeper. Set default settings that save you from yourself. Automatic transfers, sleep alarms, do not disturb windows. Rails keep trains on track. Treat meetings like ovens. Preheat with agendas, close the door, bake quickly. Heat leaks waste energy and time. Ask, who is the customer of this decision? Future you, your team, or your ego? Who should get the seat at the table? Check variance, not just averages. A calm river hides deep whirlpools. Extremes matter when the boat is fragile. Learn from second-order masters, gardeners, and chess players. They plant, prune, and think ahead. You can too, with patience. Guard against second-order harm of overwork, dullness, mistakes, and resentment. A burnt wick gives no light. Use energy matching. Do heavy brain work when your battery is full. Do chores when it's low. Timing is leverage. Before posting, ask, what does this do to my future mirror? Will I respect the echo? Some words boomerang. Leverage defaults in teams. Default to written briefs, default to postmortems. Culture is what happens automatically. Remember substitution effects. Remove one bad option, another pops up. Fill the hole with a better choice before the wind whistles. In learning, spaced repetition beats cramming. Bricks placed over weeks hold better than a rushed wall that cracks. Use calendar anchors. Fixed weekly rituals reduce decision load. Anchors keep boats from drifting into reefs of distraction. Ask, what would this look like if it were easy to maintain? Are we building a bicycle or a rocket? Create exit ramps. If a project stalls, predefine when to call it. Clean exits save reputation and resources. Guard scarce attention with thresholds. If it's below a threshold, batch it. Pebbles go in a bucket, not your boots. Adopt a barbell strategy. Very safe base, small risky bets. The middle is where unseen risks hide. Practice subtraction before addition. Removing clutter often unlocks speed. A lean boat rows faster than a loaded one. Ask, what bias could be steering my map? Overconfidence, loss aversion, name it, and the fog lifts. What bias bites hardest today? Use meta decisions. Decide how you'll decide. Criteria, time box, and stakeholders. The frame defines the painting. Fast recap sprint. Extend time, count dominoes, see systems. This is your tripod. Stable minds make clearer pictures. Respect lags, read loops, and check base rates. Rivers flow where terrain allows. Don't fight the mountain. Price opportunity costs. Draw decision trees. Test reversibility. A pencil map prevents real cliffs from surprising you. Seek optionality. Run pre-mortems. Plan success maintenance. What breaks when things go right? Prepare the gatekeepers now. Mind incentives. Avoid Goodheart. Protect reputation. The crowd loves glitter. You must guard the gold underneath. Reduce context switching. Add buffers. Shape environments. The slope should guide you like a riverbed guides water. Think in ranges, welcome red teams, and price externalities. The mirror should reflect the whole room, not just your smile. Fix bottlenecks, play long games. Trust grows slow, then fast. Break it once and gravity returns. In money, scrape barnacles. In health, choose slow fires. In career, collect passports. Which passport needs a stamp next? Build friction where it hurts you. Remove friction where it helps you. Gates and ramps, again and again. Plan scenarios, define triggers, and honor energy levels. The right move at the wrong time is still wrong. Use defaults, checklists, and anchors. Culture is what repeats when nobody watches. Make it repeat the right way. Subtract before adding, build exit ramps, barbell risk. Safety nets below, small bets above. That's durable. Always ask, optimize for what? Freedom, resilience, or vanity? Your compass chooses your storm. Which horizon is yours? Second-order thinking is a habit, not a trick. It turns bright sparks into steady lanterns. Practice beats brilliance. Start small. 1 decision today, fully mapped. 10 minutes to sketch branches, 5 to name risks. The pencil is cheap. Share your map with someone who disagrees. Sharp feedback is free training. Armor gets forged in the fire, not the mirror. Review weekly. What went as expected? What surprised you? What was the second-order bill? Close loops before they tangle. Before next week, what one change would make future choices easier? Can you move a wall, add a rail, or plant a seed? Protect your lighthouse. When storms come, many steer by your beam, including future you. Keep the lens clean. You're not trying to predict everything. You're trying to avoid obvious traps and catch quiet opportunities. That's the job. Second-order thinking feels slow at first, then fast. Like gears finally meshing, progress becomes smooth, less noisy. When in doubt, extend time, widen impact, and ask what breaks if we're wrong. 3 questions, a stronger spine. What would your life look like if you thought 2 moves ahead daily? Which domino line would you build? Make it a ritual. Map, invert, buffer, and commit. The ritual turns fog into paths. Feet follow maps. You'll skip fewer steps, say cleaner yeses, and escape louder mistakes. The quiet wins stack. Quiet isn't weak, it's strategic. Teach it forward. Second-order thinking spreads like a lighthouse network. Safer coasts for everyone. Stronger harbors help your ship too. Write this mantra, and then what? Put it on your wall, your phone, your mind. Repeat until it becomes a reflex. Which small choice today deserves a longer stare? Give it one more lens, one more ladder, one more lever. What shifts if you do? Stop making obvious mistakes. Start making obvious moves that others can't see yet. Second-order thinking is your edge. Use it.